have that instinct automatically? Because remember, some of this stuff is genetic. They either have it or they don't, right? This is what it's all about, people. Attack, good boy! He must know that I'm in the dog fight with him. I'm next to him side by side. We have a bond that's unbreakable. Yo, you there? I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you.
What about now?
I can hear you, LJ.
Hey, so
LT.
my phone.
Are you on your phone?
I'm on the computer, but it's texting my phone too.
Wow.
I don't know why it's like that.
You good?
Yeah, but if I press disconnect, it'll shut the computer off.
What would disconnect?
If I disconnect here, it's gonna cut the camera off on the computer.
Damn. What do you got? HughesNet or something?
No, this is Apple.
You got Apple Internet? Okay. Hey, people, thanks for coming in. I got Larry Taylor from Plant Rottweilers Kennels. We're gonna get into the meaning behind plant. I don't know if he's plant-based, if he's a vegan, if he give his dogs tempeh or tofu. We're gonna get into that. Are you there?
Yeah.
Now you sound like you're distant as hell. I know you had all this stuff dialed in before we got on, right?
Hey, it was in. I don't know what's up.
Yeah, it sounds like you're obviously the microphone works on your cell phone and not on your computer.
Hold on one second.
That's not on. That mic is not on.
This might be on here. That's what might be on. Yep.
Now you got to turn the mic off on your cell phone or turn the volume down here because I still can't hear you.
What about now?
Sound like you're far away.
All right, good.
Sorry about that, people. We try to get this thing dialed in. So now there's an echo. I can't hear you. How is it your internet's connected to your cell phone that regulates the internet on your computer? Are you using a hotspot from your cell phone?
No, I'm all logged in to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Whatever you're doing, don't fuck with it. All right.
All right, let's go.
All right, people. I got Larry here from Plant Rottweiler Kennel. Is that right?
Yeah, plants, Rottie's kennels.
Plants, right? So I got this right. Plants. Now, do you like plants?
Man, I love plants.
Okay, I'm not talking about the kind you smoke. I'm talking about the kind you grow that makes the air better. You like both of them?
No, I like plants put into the ground and watch.
All right.
So shrubs, flowers.
Right. Why the internet's choppy as hell, man. You sure you in Chicago and not somewhere in like Dothan, Alabama somewhere, man?
You know what? I'm in the garage. I'm not in the house. I'm in the garage.
Okay. That's probably why your internet's not strong in the garage like it is in the house. But I get the reason why you're in the garage.
Right.
So people, I brought Larry on. Larry is a Rottweiler breeder. We've conversed.
Future Rottweiler
Huh?
Future Rottweiler breeder.
Well, we get into that. He's a future Rottweiler breeder, but previously you were a Rottweiler breeder. We'll get into the particulars because there's something to learn from this, right? And we have to tell the story so people will learn from this, so they won't make the same mistakes that I made and the mistakes you made. Because I've made you've taken some L's in this game, and I have too. And what we're trying to do is not be gatekeepers on how to avoid taking L's. We need to let people know. I think one of the beauties of a good breeder, a really good breeder, is that he's gonna be transparent about the highs, but also transparent about the lows. Because none of these dogs are perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. But the question is, do we learn from them? And do we tell people about what we learn so they, in fact, will be a better breeder or a better version of themselves? So Larry, I want to get into it. Larry, tell me, where are you from? I can't hear you, Larry. I can do this right here. I can do sign language. I don't know. Hello?
How about now?
I can hear you, but you sound far away. How's the audio messed up? I thought you had a mic.
Yeah, I took it off. Oh, let me
No, you don't take it off. You put it close right here. You put it right here.
No, I'm saying now I'm on the computer.
No,
Right.
you're on the mic because I heard it when you moved it. Oh, you put it up?
Yeah.
All right, take it back out and clip it to your shirt. Let's see. We want to get Larry where he's loud and clear, where he can actually.
What about now?
You good? Bring it up closer. There you go. Mic
Good?
check. Yeah.
All right.
Now you look good. All right. So tell our audience, Larry, where are you from, man?
South side of Chicago. Born and
Okay.
raised.
Born and raised. How far are you from King High School?
King High School. King High School over east.
How about Simeon? I'm only knowing the names of the school, bro. I don't know where they at.
Simeon is like it's southeast. It's like in the middle.
Okay.
Grove.
So I wanted to bring you on, and people, if you want to follow Larry, you can go to his Instagram handle is plants_Rotties_kennels. Also, people, if you guys want to sign up for my weekly newsletter, you can. I'll put a link in the chat, but also we'll put it here, and you copy and paste it. You make way of it, and you can go right here, copy and paste it right there. You get on a weekly newsletter. He's got a nice tripod. He got all the latest and greatest right there, don't you, dog?
I got everything, man. I just gotta get it to work. That's all.
Right. So I want to get right into it, Larry. So what made you get into Rottweilers in the beginning?
I'm gonna go way back, man. So I was a pit bull guy, right? I had a pit bull when I was a kid. How it sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I had a pit bull when I was a kid, man. 13 years. And after it passed away, I took 2 years off to have the dog. And I always wanted a Rottweiler as a kid. So I got my crib and all that. I got a Rottweiler.
Okay. What year was that?
I got my first dog 2024. Last year.
Okay. That was your first time owning a dog?
First time owning a Rottweiler.
A Rottweiler. Okay. And what made you get into the Rottweiler now? But this is an organic conversation. What made you get into it? Who inspired you? I know it wasn't me.
I'm gonna be honest. Just who inspired me to be a breeder? When I was getting taught to the family, man, I got to be honest. I I had put deposits down on dogs, and I kept having to wait. So I already had one dog. I was trying to get a female. I couldn't get him from that guy, so I went to the next guy, so on.
Okay. So my question is, at what point, what was the most amount of dogs you had at once?
6. We got
How many
6
girls?
last.
How many? How many females?
We had 4 females and 2 boys.
Okay, so you had a good ratio. You had a good
Yes.
ratio. Shout out to Mark, Ma Rock, Marco K 77439. Shout out, my man. Shout out. Um, the interesting part about being a breeder, man, or wanting to be a breeder, is that there's always money up front. There's astronomical money invested in yourself in hopes of return. At what point did you say, I'm going all in? Was it after the second female or the third female or the fourth?
Uh, After the first male, I kind of knew that I wanted to dive into being a breeder. And obviously, you want to make money, right? But
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the best. Uh, I wanted to introduce something new into the dog game, dog business, and that's how I took my diet, my lifestyle, and put it onto the dogs, and it took off.
What did you when you said something new? What do you mean by that?
Uh, well, before like I started posting like my art videos, I never seen too many dogs eat fruits and vegetables. I was out there, but I didn't see it consistently.
So you wanted to bring more of a vegetation diet along with protein in your dog food.
Right. Well, knowing that Rottweilers life expectancy is 8 to 10 years, I wanted to see if we can like push that further through diet, through nutrition.
Okay. I was watching. This is when I first started following you. I was watching um your feeding practices, and I'm learning too. I don't know everything. Okay. And I was
Right.
I was noticing that sometimes you would feed, or not sometimes, you was feeding your dog a mixture of raw protein and vegetables. Did your dogs ever like the vegetable? Because you had shit like carrots and tomatoes and onions and olives. You had, dude, the shit looked like what's those things you get from Costco where it has all those vegetables on there, and then you got the dressing in the middle. You can
Little
just dip.
salad plate.
All you was missing is crackers, man.
Right.
Were they eating
Yep,
that
yep.
stuff?
Man, that was me experimenting with my first Rottweiler, and it took off, man. It took off. He liked it, but I didn't start off with the diet at first. So I was cooking meat, boneless meat. I was cooking that. Yeah,
So you was cooking the meat. You wasn't giving it to him raw. What, you were cooking the meat?
exactly. My first dog mainly on cooked meat, and then after my second dog, we started introducing the raw diet.
Okay.
After doing more research and watching other folks.
I notice and this is what we get into where it's a learning curve for us, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying this with all love. I noticed when now your garage on a foundation or it's on concrete? Which one is it? It's
Concrete.
raised, it's on concrete. And I noticed
Yeah.
that you put in a flooring of, is it tile?
Porcelain tile.
How did that come about? unless was you using your garage for like a secondary room, or was you ever using your garage as a car garage?
No, it was a car garage, and the floor was cracked. So I raised the floor. This before I wanted time, before I was gonna put a drain in. So we raised the floor like 2 inches, and then I was gonna leave it concrete. But I did some research, and then I found out that porcelain tile was easy to clean, obviously, and it was like basically resistant.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. So I was noticing like when it's time for cleaning and the grout is very porous,
Right.
right? And depending on the finish on the porcelain tile, man, that's got to be some hard shit to clean up, bro. There's no way you can get piss and feces out of there good enough. Did you encounter that problem?
Now only thing that stayed was like I had some rust spots. After I cleaned everything up, I had some rust spots. Other than that, everything was clean, man. Pine and so apple cider vinegar, all kind of different cleaners. Smell good, extremely clean in here.
What type of ventilation that you have in there? Consider this is a detached garage.
Right. Right now, like behind me, that's exhaust fan. I got two windows. So I got two fans, two windows, and I got the AC.
Okay, it was okay.
AC that's heating and cooling.
So without getting into breeders' names, because we don't do that here for most part, how many different breeders
Right.
were all 6 dogs from 6 different breeders?
No, no, that was my mistake. I thought I was doing something right by going to different people,
Yeah.
but
And
yeah. So I have four different breeders.
okay, okay. And tell me what was your when you first started noticing you were making a mistake, what was the mistake that you thought you made? So our listeners, our followers, yours and mine, the people, hey, Tony 123 said, PRK. Good stuff, good stuff. So my question is, at what point did you say, you know what, I made a mistake here?
Being honest,
Yeah.
I got a name in
Huh?
not in a negative way.
Right.
It's positive. When I visited my boy RK down in Phoenix, and I
How
seen
so?
that I was going down the right direction, but starting off, I had the wrong dogs, and that's who told me long time ago, back like last December. Go ahead and rehome your dogs.
So you rehomed all 6 of them?
I rehomed uh, four dogs. Let me see. We got six. I rehomed four dogs, and then two is no longer with us. But
Okay.
one is here. I rehomed three, and then two is no longer with us.
Okay. Larry, I from experience, I noticed there was a guy that's he's on Instagram. It's called I'll tell you his name. And what's his kennel name? He breeds bullies. And he made a good point. Let me see, can I find it here? Hold on, I'll tell you. Here we go. His name
Okay.
is, let me type it in. Watch this. Because I want people to see this. This guy made something very profound. And the name of his kennel is, let me go to TikTok. Uh, his kennel is named Hunt style bullies. And it's called let me type it in here because I want people, because what he said to me is what I've been talking about for a while. Here we go. Hunt style bullies. This cat
Okay.
right here. Let me share my screen so people can see. Stop sharing. Here, let me share the screen. Watch this. Share screen. Here we go. This cat right here. You see that? Let me get over here. Let me put it over here. Okay. He said something that was
I got you.
very important. Watch this.
I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna get out with it, but I'm gonna put y'all on game. So when it comes to naming your kennel, you can name your kennel whenever you want. You can actually name your kennel before you even have a dog. You don't need a dog to have a kennel name. Now, you're gonna have certain people that believe that you shouldn't start a kennel name until you've been in a couple of generations of the dog. That's not actually true. And I'm gonna explain where they get that from, and I'm gonna make it make sense for you. So you can name your kennel at any time you want. You don't even need a dog. It could be Smith Kennel, whatever kennel, before you have a dog. But you can't register a dog or name the dog after your kennel until the dog is actually your production.
Right there. Let me tell you what he says.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
When you buy, this is primarily, listen, I'm not knocking none of the breeders here in the United States. I'm a breeder, right? And other breeders have bought from me to create their brand. I'm not knocking that. But for me, I think that a real breeder should have his own, produce his own dogs. Now we know that other breeders here in the United States are going to have their name on your pedigree, no matter what. Right? Until your fifth and sixth generation out, it's going to be their bloodline. So basically, you are franchising their shit, right? Nobody's the original. Nobody living is the original creator of the Rottweiler. Nobody living, right? Those people have been dead for hundreds of years. But I'm a huge fan of buying your own dogs, whether you import them from other breeders, import from this breeder, import from that breeder. Then you create a dog, and then that dog is from your creation because you put those two together. Right? You follow me? So my thing is that if you're going to be a breeder, and I'm not saying none of the breeders are not very good breeders, I'm saying that be different. Get something different. Have a different bloodline versus what there's a breeder here in the United States. I'm not saying his name, but he has a lot of Rottweilers. And I'm not talking about fucking just 10 or 12. This guy has 40, 50 fucking dogs out there. Right? Nothing wrong with that. But then it's almost like the shoes you wear at Nike. Everybody's wearing Nike. Everybody got a piece of it. So the question is, why should they buy from you if they can go to the original source? Right? Why get something second generation when they can get something first generation? Right? So if you want to set yourself apart, you buy from breeders who keep their shit close. You know what I'm saying? There's breeders here in the United States that keep their shit close. That means that majority of their clients are not going to be breeders. The majority of their clients are people just buying a pup because they want great pets. You see what I'm saying? There's a great breeder in Arizona. I'm not going to say names, but he keep his shit tight. Like, for you to have a dog off of him as a breeder is far and few. Right? Because his clientele is all about retail, not wholesale. Right? So when you want to be a breeder, like case in point, me, let's talk about me. I've always, when I went into the game in 2010, I bought a dog from a breeder here in the United States. What up, Doug? Shout out to Doug. Shout out to Doug. This is one of my big supporters here. When I bought a dog, my first dog was a dog from here, from the United States. It's from a guy named, I'm going to call his name, Bickerstaff Dobermans. Percy Bickerstaff. And the whole buying process was weird as shit. But I didn't know. And I tell people all the time,
right?
I got duped. That listen. If I'm gonna talk about myself, I'm gonna talk about who I got duped by. I got duped.
Yeah.
When I looked at the bloodline was Altobello. You don't know about Dobies, but Altobello, everybody and their mama got Altobello. Altobello is also the guy that provided the stud for a big time Doberman breeder, not big time now because he's the original guy. Bob is dead. It's called Kimbertall. Now, why should I buy from Percy when I could have bought from Kimbertall, who has a stud that he imported from that breeder called Altobello? Why would they want to buy from me as a breeder when they can go pay with a fucking credit card at Kimbertall and get the same shit? So what I did, I decided to do different. All of my studs, because I'm a gigolo. I'm a male gigolo when it comes to dogs. I provide the sperm. All of my dogs are from overseas. Now, I didn't create the line overseas, but I'm bringing the line that hardly anybody has or wants or can find over here to share it to you guys. All the breeders that I've dealt with, King of Darkness, nobody heard of her ass until I bought my chocolate mail from him. Dagger Kennel, nobody heard of that shit. Right? But if I bought from Altobello, he sold 10s and 20s and 30,000 dogs over here.
Yeah.
Nobody heard of Casa Colinas or fucking Stella Di Fortuna until I started buying for them, because I support them. So what I'm saying is that buy from somebody over there, but when you buying from over there, you're buying to reproduce. A lot of folks who buy from over there are buying as pets.
Right.
Because when you buy from kennels here, from other breeders, especially the breeders who are mad producing, you're competing against them. And you're no competition. Right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to being a responsible, good breeder, go with the ones that are doing it breed standard. Don't go to ones, we got the biggest Rotties in the whole world, where we can guarantee that 180 pounds, motherfucker can't even move. You go for the breeders here. Shout out to TRK. You go to breeders that are all about the breed standard and do not deviate from that. When you start deviating from the breed standard, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have medical issues.
Yes, you will.
You're gonna have temperament issues. You're gonna have intangible and tangible issues. Right? But when you're rocking with somebody who is not gonna deviate, I can't hear you.
So you're not gonna find out until later, too.
Absolutely. But this is why we're here today, because we want people to know that the mistakes that have been made, we caught them early. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Kind of early. Hey, all the money spent, but
I get that, Larry. But
still
even when
early enough.
Yeah, even when you're doing it right, you're gonna take some L's, period. Because one thing we got to know in this dog, I'm not gonna say it's a game, in this dog subculture, nothing is still guaranteed. Nothing.
Exactly.
right? And it's up to us,
Yeah.
older statesmen, I would say, people like me and Meredith at Rocky Mountain, all these people who have been doing this breed for a long time, to be very transparent on the fuck ups that we did. And it's up to us, people like me, to tell you, hey, this is how you should do it.
Yeah.
Get with somebody, be a mentee to a mentor to make sure you're doing the right things the right way. And sometimes it may cost a little bit of money, but it's no different than you paying private school money for your kids. Ain't no guarantee them motherfuckers gonna turn out right. They may turn out to be killers. We don't know. But all you can do is put them in the right position that at least you can do what you're supposed to do, right? So my thing is that what was the amount of money that you said that you've taken losses on? What was the total amount you think approximate?
So just the dogs alone, and that's not even like flights, all that food, nutrition, 30,000 for the dogs by itself.
Yeah.
That's just the dog. Transforming the garage, adding drain, caring for the dogs, food, supplies. Yeah, we most definitely tall money into it. And that's why I came out. We gotta come back right.
Shout out to my boy Page House Rottweilers. He got some good dogs too. I told you about him.
Yeah, I see
He
him.
got some good dogs. Cedar Bluff, Dominique got some good dogs. There's a lot of good breeders out there that we can all learn from. The problem is there's a lot of motherfuckers out there gatekeeping, man. You know,
yeah.
You know, it's weird because it's like up until 2 weeks ago, I was reading people's pedigree for them, you know, letting them know what they're gonna what they should expect, and spending hours a week on the phone with them. And I'm like fuck all that. I'm not gonna gatekeep, but now it's like my time is money now, right? If you're gonna, it's no, like I say, it's no different than you paying for your trade school or a college degree. You know, you're gonna invest in yourself, and who's the best person to invest in? Yourself, right?
Yourself.
What are you gonna do different in regards to the dog's living condition that you did at the tail end before you displaced your dogs? What are you going to do different as far as the condition and how the dogs live?
So first off, we're gonna just revamp everything and just focus on educating ourselves first about diving straight into the educational part. Getting a mentor, our homework first. That's first. And as far as living conditions, they're gonna be pets. In the future, we're gonna have pets. And then once they pass their OFA health testing, then we'll proceed on to making a decision to breed the dog. But I do want to dive into showing the dog and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And again, you don't have to talk about the kennel. Because it seemed like more money, more problems. Motherfuckers want to sue people. Well, let me ask you this. What health issues that you discovered when you bought some of the dogs from some of the breeders? Like, was there issues that developed? Like, what the fuck is this? It was like, what happened? And then he or she may have told you about it in the beginning, but then you found out on your own, like, dog can't breathe. The hips are fucked up. How this happening? What was some of the issues that happened?
So I ain't gonna name the person though. I ain't gonna.
Right.
I want to name them, but I want to respect your choice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we don't, motherfuckers be want to sue and stuff, man, and screw
well,
all that.
Foremost, right, exactly. So I found out of town that dog.
Hey, your internet's chopped up. You got that? Your internet's chopped up.
To
You got that
Chicago
piece.
first.
Hold on. Start over again because your internet's chopped up.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what's up. Okay.
You got to stop using those portable MiFis, man.
Xfinity. Be Xfinity. Yeah. All right, let me I'm gonna try to make something happen, man.
And I know you're listening, but you know that after this interview, you're gonna get some people that want to interview to talk more about it, because I think this is a subject that most people are not talking about, like, hey, I made this mistake, boom, boom. Everybody's talking about the successes. Nobody's talking about the failures. And, can you hear me? Doug say, hey, you got too many tabs open, bro. Close some of your tabs, but don't close this one. Doug, you should be at his house helping him with his internet. I think he's in your backyard unless you. How many tabs you got open?
Hold on, here we go.
Damn, you look even better now, boy. Look at you.
There we go. I'm logging off here.
Yeah, log off that one.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Much better?
Oh my God, what are you using? A fucking cell phone?
Yeah, cell phone now. That was the Mac right there.
Good. Perfect. So you got to turn the volume down on your computer.
It's off.
Okay. Where am I hearing myself? On a speaker?
You know what? Maybe this mic you talking about.
Yeah. Even Doug said better.
All right.
My boy Doug, what's up, boy? Man, this dude.
Are we good?
Man, we great. This man Doug right here. I'm gonna say Doug. Doug is like the virtual unicorn cheerleader on this motherfucker, boy. Hey man, shout out to Doug. No shit, man. Listen, Doug you don't get paid for this. Doug do this because he loves seeing us do. Oh my God, man. No shit about it. Shout out to Doug. Let's give Doug some claps. Those things like this. What is that? Give him this shit right here. Everybody give Doug this right here, right? They telling me, man, start over. We can hear you better now. Look at them.
Hey, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man.
Right. So
definitely important.
You look beautiful. Check this out. So question is, without getting into who the breeder is, because me and you I already kind of figured this shit out, right?
Right. Yeah.
But what was the inherent issues physically and physically that you were having? Like, damn, this dog has that. Damn. What was some of the issues?
I'm using my phone now. I can't get the exact name, but it was an eye issue. So I flew down out of town, came back, same day, health appointment, right? Check in. And I took him to my vet, and then they recommended I go to a eye specialist, a specialist. So we go to a specialist, and obviously, that costs. That was $550 on the spot, just to get the results of per OFA, or per breed standards. You know what I'm saying? This dog cannot be bred, and it won't pass OFA health testing.
Wow.
And so,
question.
Yeah.
How old was this dog when you bought the dog?
8 weeks. They say the dog is 8 weeks. We believe the dog was 8 weeks, but you never know these days. It may be 11 weeks, maybe 10 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
Just throwing dates on the dog.
They just throwing dates and say, oh, this dog is, my dog's big, my dog's this, my dog's that. So right away, I let the guy know their response was, "Oh man, man, the vets don't like breeders, man. So you can't go off, what I'm saying, what they say all the time, and you got to give it time. You got to give it time." So I said, okay, all right. As time went on, that was a problem. It was a problem. And when I was rehoming the dogs, I reached out to all the breeders first to see if they wanted to take their dogs back in to, protect their bloodlines and all that, but couldn't hear from them. Didn't respond.
What was the other issues on the other dogs, if any?
The other issue was my first dog. He was from here, Illinois. He had an issue where one testicle was smaller than the other. And I couldn't, we didn't find that out until later, when he get a little bit bigger. And going to the vet, we always stay up on top of our vet visits. And the dog, the vet was checking, the dog, scrotum and everything, and it's like some feel weird. Like it's now, sometimes it's a little bit smaller than the other, but like this was like micro, you know what I'm saying? Micro testicle. So that right there is like that threw me under. But prior to that, I was in talks with the future mentor. Right. Was like, hey, look, you gotta get rid of those dogs. And so, but like I say, I love the dogs. I was attached to the dogs, so it was kind of hard just to give them away. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, this whole process, as far as me, after I realized that it was a lesson and not a loss, I was able to move forward. My team was able to move forward.
You made a good point. A lesson, not a loss.
Most definitely.
Yeah, whoever told you to get rid of those dogs, you cannot breed that shit into your bloodline.
Yes, sir.
You'll be out of business real quick.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Mm-hmm.
My question is not opinion.
Okay.
Did this particular breeder, I'm gonna say he or she.
Okay.
Did they give you any kind of puppy contract or health guarantee for defective? Because I know when we sell dogs, whoever I breed with, first of all, before we breed, the breeder who owns the female has to have a puppy contract,
right,
for his or her buyers.
Yeah.
Right. And in that puppy contract, there has to be something about a limited health guarantee.
Yeah.
Right. And so for me, it because nothing's still guaranteed, and we can't promise anybody anything. Right. It's going to be up to God on how these puppies turn out at the end of the day.
Exactly.
But did you sign a contract from deformities or any kind of guarantee from this? Did you sign anything? Did he give you anything?
The only thing I got was a piece of paper. I got my statement, my bank statement with the Zelle.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had a piece of paper with his first shot records. That was it. Signed. That was it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Can you share on how much these puppies were costing? These dogs were costing you
from that breeder, $6,500, and they got a list. I never joined the list. I got my dog.
There's always a list.
There's a list. Hey, we got a list 2 years, 3 years.
All of them sold out.
Sold out before they was born.
Sold out. Hey, he said, don't even call. Sold out. But you able to get a dog though.
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah. So I guess they said they got tiers, and you pay a little bit extra, you jump ahead of the pack or whatnot. But
wow.
Yeah.
That's maybe that's game.
That's game.
That's game.
That's another breeder hit me up real close with this guy, and he always called them car salesman.
Yeah.
Car salesman. So, but yeah.
In the Rottie game, again, I can't say I'm a Rottie breeder. I've only bred my boy once. He finally got some a couple weeks ago from this lady who has a nice female.
Mm-hmm.
But when people were buying dog, did you ever have a litter?
No. My dogs, I got rid of my dogs. My oldest boy was only 18 months when I got rid of him. I didn't get a chance to do nothing. I didn't get a chance to do not one thing, man. And I was waiting to health test them. But none of them was breed standards. None of them was breed standards. I don't believe none of them was OFA health tested. Like I said, I went in ass backwards, man. I didn't do enough research before jumping into it. And so once I realized it was more on me as a buyer than the breeder. Because the breeders, you got some good ethical folks out here, but
Right.
it's a business, right?
Yeah.
So if you're willing to give your money away, they're gonna take it. So
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I always say that that when a breeder is taking money from you, he first of all he has to vet you. Like, yo, I'm just not selling to anybody.
Yes, sir.
And if I was a breeder of 50 fucking females, I would make sure first of all that I don't have dogs that produce genetic issues. But then if you are going to be a breeder off of my stock,
Right.
I'm going to give you the best of the best because you're going to be producing my shit.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to give you shit. Because at the end of the day, it's his name on it, and his shit should be exemplary when you're selling his stuff.
Right.
Case in point, if you're gonna own a McDonald's franchise, people don't know who the fuck you are, but they know what a Big Mac tastes like.
Yeah.
Right. They know they got the best French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know the taste. And when a breeder is going to sell to another breeder, obviously he should want that particular breeder to have the best of his stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Whatever we did, man, we most definitely did a great job of showcasing these dogs. We made them look good, although they weren't breed standards. Yeah.
Rocky Mountain asking the question. It said, PRK, did you get them all from the same breeder?
No. 4 different breeders.
Okay.
4 different breeders.
Did you know
another mistake?
Yeah. Did you know anything about the bloodlines at all?
I mean, honestly, no, did not. Some dogs was from, one dog parent was from Romania, one dog parent was from Serbia. But no. This was my first real dog. So like coming from, you're growing up in certain neighborhoods, the hood, whatever. This is my first dog with papers. So my aspect was, oh man, it's my first dog. I got the paperwork. I feel good. Paid the money. You know what I'm saying? So once you hear AKC paperwork, you think I'm legit. I'm good. I'm gone. We winning right now.
So we thought.
Whole different ball game. Whole different ball game.
You know what my issue is with those massive puppy breeders?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about massive. This particular person probably is the one of the, if not the biggest Rottweiler breeder in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that you don't know he can hang papers that was supposed to come from one dog that's on another dog. So how do you decipher is that from that original dog? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
you don't know.
That's when you go into ethics.
Yep.
Ethics. And then too, you really don't know bro, I got 4 dogs.
Right.
Three grown and 1 small one that's 9-10 weeks old. And all of them have a different personality.
Yeah.
Because I spend time with them. There's no way, man, you can know every dog's personality of all 4. I think he's got
50, 60, 50, at least 50.
he's got at least, but it's a 90-10 ratio. He's got 90% females.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I know one thing, they all love chasing the 4-wheeler.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want people to know about the mistakes you made in your first time breeding? What do you want them to be mindful of if they're considering being a breeder of any breed?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whether they're gonna be a breeder or a pet owner, first of all, whatever dog you want, understand the breed, research the breed, know the breed standards, educate yourself on the dog. Step one. Step two, research and look for an ethical breeder. And like you do that, like, I mean, you gotta do your homework because it's 1,000 folks gonna pop up and they're gonna say they're the best of the best, and you know what I'm saying, and this and that. So you gotta do your homework first. Gotta do your homework first. That's step two. Step three, contract. Before you send money, you know what I'm saying, ask for that contract. Have them send a contract to you. If you can't read it, if you don't know, if you can't read it, ask for help. Go, you know what I'm saying, go to a lawyer, or you know what I'm saying, because you're spending tall money. You're spending, like I say, $6,500 or you know, in that ballpark. So at least have somebody look at it if you can't really understand it. But I mean, that's step 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, man, you just gotta be cautious. Don't be too you know, easy to, you know, toss your money around. You know, haste is waste, man. And patience, have patience. You know what I'm saying? Clearly I got $6 in 1 year. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a world record. World record.
Getting back to this.
Yes,
Now
sir.
that we have clarity literally while we're talking, because you're on your iPhone 15 Max Pro, whatever.
Hey, 17 Pro Max, man.
Oh
Like,
shit, you got the new one? You rich motherfucker.
nah, it was free, I think. It was free.
Okay, so how much was the other breeder charging for their dogs?
I know about heart, man. My first dog was 2,500. My second dog was 3,500. Because those dogs came without tails, and I wanted tails on all my dogs. They gave me a deal for 2,500. So I got 2 25s, 135. The next breeder, obviously I got 2 from the big guy. Those $6,500 a piece, right? And then another guy who really inspired me to become a breeder. I waited so long on a dog, man. That dog was 4,500. He gave me a military discount, took off 250, 4,250. So if you add up all the numbers, and then, you know, traveling down there and back and forth and having rental cars, a hotel and whatnot, airfare, you had 30K plus. And that's just the dogs. That ain't coming back with, you know what I'm saying, healthcare and, you know, checkups and feeding. And you see how we feeding the dogs. You know, our food bill was at least 1,200 easy monthly. Sometimes
Dogs
yeah,
eat better than you.
dogs eat. They don't eat better than me. They eat better than most.
Yeah.
They eat meat. If they eat meat, they don't eat better than me, man. Now I'm just bullshitting. I'm bullshitting.
Well, what do you mean? You know what I mean by that is that the dogs, you buy them but the best.
No. They most definitely eat well, man. And we just over the summer we had linked up with a meat company, meat house, and they had a farm. And obviously it was Muslim, so they was eating halal food, man. So we actually went there and sacrificed chickens and lamb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they ate fresh food from the farm, halal food.
Oh wow,
So,
nice.
So I was really trying to put PRK on the map and go down a different thing, you know what I'm saying? And it was more health and wellness for both pets and humans, you know, but like that whole connection. So that was our brand. That's how we started our stuff. It was mostly health and wellness, man. for
I
humans
think
and dogs.
I don't think I know. I know in my heart of hearts, and bro, I'm a hard, I'm a hard person to get close to. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
But I have a good feeling about you is that you really try to create your own lane,
Yes, sir.
and it started with nutrition,
Yes, sir. You
right?
really did.
A lot of breeders, including myself, bro, I learned about nutrition years later.
Yeah, yeah. I see you. I see you with your bodybuilding. You say
Oh
you
yeah,
started in
yeah,
your
yeah,
40s
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I did my homework on you too, man.
Okay, okay. But
Most definitely.
I think let me stop saying I think. I know that when you do get the proper mentorship, and when you do, because listen, even when I bodybuild, right?
Right.
I pay for a coach.
Yeah.
Even even my coaches, when they compete, the
Yeah.
coaches have coaches.
Yes, sir.
And he was taxing my ass. Shout out to Stan McCoy. He
Yeah.
might have given me a deal, but I was paying $300 a month. He was like, yo, here's the meal plan. Here's the workout. Go at it.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
going to
Right.
stand over you. I'm not going to work out with you. And
Yeah.
good last rep. No, you are a grown person. Here's the material. Read it and go for it. Right.
Yeah.
And I know with the proper mentorship, the proper bloodline to the breed standard. I'm going to tell you something. Somebody said something in here. Let me
Mm-hmm.
post this comment right here.
Let's see.
Hold on. Watch this. Oh, I don't post no negative shit, man. These motherfuckers know not to be bringing that bullshit out there, man. So trust me. Maurice D. Fuller said, knowing the standard inside and out,
Now. Yes, sir.
along with the real knowledge of the bloodlines, will give you a 95% of the ammo. Dude, here's the deal. He made a good point. If you do just the breed standard, no matter what breed it is,
Yeah.
if you go with the breed standard, your foundation is already set. Now,
Yeah.
if you want to tweak it, like case in point, how I tweak mine is I like a little bit more, I like drive.
Right. Right.
And I'm going to get a dog that is 80% has level 2 protection titles and bring that into my line because I want that genotype.
Yeah.
Right? Or if I like
Yeah.
dogs with darker markings down to the paws, then I make sure I breed that dog some kind of way. I mix it in the bloodline. And now my dog has both of this and both of that. Right?
Right.
That's breeding for that geno and phenotype. Right?
Yeah.
But it starts with a foundation.
Yep.
You can add, see, a lot of breeders have signature genotype or signature phenotype or both. Like my signature, everybody know me, is that I want my dogs to look good. Huh, yeah. Right. Because they're gonna see them look good more, they're gonna see them working. But I
Right.
also want them to be able to put that nitrous in that ass if I have to.
Right.
Some breeders want to breed for the looks and size and don't give a shit about temperament.
Yep.
I don't want an Escalade.
Yeah.
I want exactly what I got over here. That black Grand National.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It looks good cruising. If I want to get on that motherfucker, I'm eating up 85 to 90% of the stock shit on the highway.
Right.
Especially when it's cold. Because when it's cold, that intercooler kicks in, that cold air is denser,
Mm-hmm.
it's hauling ass.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to be able to have my thing. But if you start with the breed standard,
right,
bro, your limits are endless because now you know how to pull from different shit to improve what you're trying to do.
Right.
Breed standard doesn't just necessarily mean the physical aspects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the proper jawline, the not having a dewlap or whatever, and dark eyes, right? Dark gums, a scissor bite, not so curly tongue, not so curly tail, the head to muzzle ratio. You start with that, then you want to throw some extra shit, some goddamn eugenics Wutan type shit up in there.
Yeah.
Then you're working with something.
Right. Facts.
So when it comes to prices on puppies, and I'm gonna stay in my lane with this one, and I'm talking about Dobies, but I'm gonna try to bring it into where it's talking about Rottweilers. The breeders that are selling dogs for $65,000 and $7,000, puppies,
Right.
who are not proven, I will only spend that kind of money if the parents on both sides are equally yoked in regards to titles, whether it's confirmation and protection or both. But if the parents are grandkids of champions, I'm not giving you no motherfucking $65,000, $7,000.
Right.
Because those two parents haven't proved to me shit.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a specific genotype, we don't know what the dog is capable of doing. Right? To me, for our dog, the Dobies and Rotties, I think a good starting point is 3 and up, 3,000 to 5,000.
Right.
And and that can vary depending on if this breeder is cutting tails. Now, I grew up with Rotties with no tails, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The tails on Rotties now, man, look phenomenal.
Amazing. It's natural. It's natural.
Yeah, and I'm tripping like, dude, like the tails, the Rotties without tails. Listen, don't get mad at me, people. It just looks weird now. Like you went out the way to make your dog look like we all know it's a Rottie. Yeah. Now, Dobies, depending on what the Dobie look like, if you don't have the Dobie's tails and ears done, you may be looking at a coonhound. You don't even know. Right?
Yeah, no, facts.
You know, but for me, it's like, man, I'm loving this Rottie culture. There's a lot of great breeders in the United States. And they stay great because they don't have like I'm gonna give some names out there. Like Cedar Bluff, Pirate Bay, Page, TRK. They don't have fucking 15, 20 fucking litters a year, bro.
Right.
And they have a selection of litters, and they have people who are waiting for that breeding because they know, like, yo, this is a match made in heaven. I'm not gonna be 100 fucking puppies every month.
Right.
Those are the breeders. It's almost like that's. I know you guys got Harold's chicken and shit. I eat that stuff too, but the first Harold's chicken and first Harold's chicken was in the hood, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a shithole place, right? But the line was around the corner. Right? Because of the quality of the food, and it was consistent. Now,
mouse sauce.
You go to Cheesecake Factory, man. It's consistency, but everybody has been to Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
There's no waiting usually for cheesecake. You can make a reservations online for Cheesecake Factory. Now, I love that chicken. I love that chicken and biscuit, though. I ain't gonna bullshit you. But what I'm saying is that the great breeders don't have to massively produce in order to sell their pups. So start leaning towards those people that are not trying to. It's not about the money for them. It's about the quality of the breed.
Exactly.
And how are they improving their shit litter after litter after litter? What are they mixing? Are they doing a repeat breeding that was such a success litters 6 months ago?
Right.
When do you think you're going to get back into it as far as to be a breeder? Because you didn't sell no pups, but you were still a breeder. So when are you going to get back into the fold of things?
It starts now. Like last week, I met with my future mentor, and then we're gonna lock in. So it's already starting, but it's education based first, and then once some puppies drop, you know what I'm saying, and we'll see what the future holds. Like I say, I'm most definitely locking in with a few people, um, that's in the area in the city. No matter if it's like 45 minutes or an hour away or whatnot, but most definitely got some people that's into like dog shows. So I met a handler. So in the future, I have a dog handler. You know what I'm saying, to do our dog shows for us. Um, I got a meeting either tonight or in the morning with somebody, it's in overseas, you know what I'm saying, talking about, and you already know that person, talking about, potential, deals or, business moves in the future. But I think it starts with the homework in the education first. That's something that I really skipped on. Me and my team skipped on that last year. And most definitely, man, I think we're gonna come back hard next year. And
I know you will. I know you will.
hey, we already ready, but we gonna take it slow. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for me personally, this is like a refresh for me as a man, as a husband, as a father. You know what I'm saying? And then that's gonna dive into the whole breeding thing too. So like, I think for me it's a new beginning for me all the way around. So yeah, 2026 I think gonna be beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
people are rooting for you, man. I know I am.
appreciate that.
Um, some recommendations that I recommend,
Yeah,
and I just opened my eyes to it this year, and I've been in the
right.
game 16 years for Dobies. Go to confirmation AKC sponsored confirmation shows.
Yeah,
I think the club is called whatever they call ADRK. Whatever. Go on their website and see what AKC, because I put my Rottie in one of those confirmation shows, and he
yeah.
could have did well, but he wasn't cool with the judge grabbing his balls, and I should have
Ah,
desensitized him from that though. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
Brutus wasn't having it. It was like,
Yeah,
yo,
nah,
and
nah.
he got disqualified, and they couldn't put the measuring thing on his head. He was like,
Yeah,
no, he ain't having that.
I
So,
seen
but
that
that's
video
my
you was
fault.
talking about that. Yeah, I seen that video
Yeah,
you was talking about that.
my recommendation: go on akc.com, akc.org, or ADRK. And if you go to AKC and go to the tab says events, and then
Right.
type in the Rottweiler breed, and then
Mm-hmm.
type in the region you in, which is the central region, it'll show you all of the Rottweiler sponsored shows. And
Yeah, yeah,
you want to go to a couple of them. You want to see
yeah,
an array of breeders who are showing their dog, showing the beauty of their dog. Also, too, you want to go to those protection shows with the Rottweilers in them too, because
yeah.
I'm always saying, and I'm not blind to not admit that, is that the Rottweiler to me is really, to me now, is the Rolls Royces of dogs. I mean, they're a total package.
Right.
They got the speed, the size, the bite pressure, the smartness, and they also have that. Like Brutus, I didn't have to do too much, nothing for him to fire up at the people who walking by my gate,
Yeah.
and he ain't playing. And Dobies have a lot of breeders have washed that shit out of what the Dobie was originally created by man for.
Okay.
The Dobie is the only breed that was genetically created to be a personal protector.
Yeah.
The only breed that was created to be a personal protector. Everybody, all these other dogs had a job,
Yeah.
whether it was herding, guardian compounds, stock guardian, they had a job.
Right.
Hunting, they were bred for a job. So what I'm trying to say is go to the protection shows too. Go to
Yeah.
ADRK, start going to shows in your area, and you'll really meet with some good breeders with good intent. Other thing is too, man,
Yeah.
and the reason why we're going a little bit over
Uh-huh.
my normal podcast, because I usually do 59 minutes and call it a quit. But the other thing is, I think it's very important, and this is for everybody. and I'm not going to call no names out there because they obviously don't know who we're talking about. But don't go to Rottie breeders who are the most prevalent on social media.
That was my mistake.
Right.
Popularity.
Popularity don't always
Not
equate to quality, bro.
Not it. Not it.
Right.
I learned that. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I never thought about buying a dog from this guy because me as a breeder know what the quality. I saw the quality. I'm like, man, these dogs are fat as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Rottweilers, mine, I like them to be the last two ribs or so, be able to work a little bit, but still have power. I don't want no Rotties fucking tired after 2 minutes of running around.
Yeah.
But also, you want to go with breeders who are not selling dogs based off of popularity, but based off of the quality. And one day, it's probably already has. It's gonna click what you think quality is versus what they think quality is, right?
Right.
It's gonna click. And so I say that is that when going forward, when you start mixing lines from other reputable breeders, do your homework. Like, ask people, like, have you dealt with these people before? There's reviews out there for every breeder, right?
Yeah. I most definitely ignored it. You know what I'm saying? Because I had people inboxing me like, hey, look, man, I know some better breeders than this guy, and you know what I'm saying, watch out for this guy, this and that. And I totally ignored it. And because that was my mistake. But I wanted to support my people. And that's you know what I'm saying, you can't go based on supporting your people. You gotta do your homework first, man. Especially when spending some tall money and looking forward to being a breeder. Now, at first, I wanted to be a pet owner and all that stuff, but I was buying dogs as pets and then raising them and then, wanting to be a future breeder. But yeah, if you're buying a pet, you know what I'm saying, you should still learn the breed standards and all that.
Yeah.
No matter what, you know what I'm saying, and get from an ethical breeder. But when you want to be a breeder, man, you gotta dive in deep because you don't want to. Me personally, I don't want to resell I don't want to sell no bad dogs. And I say
Right.
bad dogs, I mean as far as temperament or genetic diseases, and especially when I'm saying choose health on every post that I ever make, I put PRK choose health, and that's our goal is to always choose health, no whether it's human or dogs. So we got to make sure we, being healthy and choosing healthy options too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Ty Wheat said, also seek a breeder that knows the standard and can illustrate it in their dogs and program,
Yeah.
including weaknesses and strengths.
Yeah.
Competent breeders know breed history, can objectively evaluate own stock according to standard and promotions of their breeds. Now, a good
Yeah.
breeder who's transparent is not going to be kennel blind, and they're going to tell
Exactly.
you what their issues are because no kennel is perfect, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's an important part. Let me see what else.
The mentor who I was talking about, we had a conversation last week and we discussed all that too. So yeah, exactly. Better in their program, and they already
Yeah.
got top tier dogs or whatnot. So they even want to go better than that. So yeah, you're always gonna try to fix and correct those flaws that you may notice in the dogs.
Yeah, shout out to Marco 7477439. He said that sauce from Harold is
That
Is it?
mouth sauce. Hey man, I ain't had no hero since I've been vegan going on 8 years. I ain't had no heroes easy 10, 12, 13 years, man.
It still
But
tastes the same
I
though.
still remember that sauce though.
Let me see here. Marco 7477439. You see that? You see that message?
Yeah,
Read it
yeah.
out for me. I want you to read it. It's for you.
I can't wait for the PRK come up. I'm right down the road, brother, in Wisconsin, and originally from the west side of the shire. What's up? What's up, Mark? Marcos, Marcock. What's up, man?
Marco.
Appreciate that, bro. Marco. Hey, I appreciate that, bro.
See, these are the things, man, that we need to hear from each other. Encouragement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. There's so much
Facts.
negative shit. And look, bro, using the game for a very short period of time, but there are haters.
Oh man. We don't want to get
Okay.
started on that, but yeah, it's most definitely ugly out here, man. But when you want to be positive and you want to move forward, I think you're gonna kind of ignore most of that bullshit. You're gonna see it, you're gonna feel it too. But when your mind's somewhere else, man, you gonna ride past that.
So Meredith from Rocker Mountains, this is my
Uh-huh.
girl. So you know she's gonna give me shit sometime.
I see her all the time.
She said, "There is no other breed like the." I'm gonna say it in her dialect. There is no other breed like the Doberman. A lot of good dogs, but they ain't Doberman. So yes, I'm very partial to the Doberman breed. Did I say it right, Meredith?
I be seeing her on your live all the time. She always chiming in. That's what's
that's
up.
my people. We go way back,
Good support.
bro. I mean,
Good support.
bro, she drove way. I was in Inglewood at the time.
Yeah.
She got in that damn, I think it was a Ford F-250 or 350. It was one of those big motherfuckers, though. It was one of those diesel motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And she came way down from Colorado to Inglewood and to do a breeding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She knew what I had, but I knew what she had.
Yeah.
So it was like it's worth the drive, right?
Yeah.
Let me see here. What is this? It's black and white. That's right. It's just simple as that. It's black and white. There's no gray area.
Yeah. Facts.
Say Ty Wheat says, right. They should be agile and athletic. Agreed. Or bad phenotype either. I love this discussion.
Yeah.
Paige Haas.
Paige.
Smart. That's another guy you need to connect with. Smart.
Oh
man.
yeah. I be seeing him down there in Wisconsin. I be seeing him. Yeah, man. Most definitely. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, look out. So like, and that's why I said the reason why me and my team able to move forward because I stopped thinking like it's a loss. Once I realized it was a lesson, oh man, we gonna win, man. We gonna win.
So Narvel Muhammad said, in the dog world, you'll find very few breeders who will honestly tell you the truth about their dogs. Mostly all working dog breeders, all claims that they have killers. Yeah. And you know what's funny, man? Shout out, the hate is real. You're right, Doug. You know what's crazy, man, is now that because I used to be in the dog protection world where I actually did my own handling and I trained with club members and titled my own dogs. This is like 10 years ago. And now I see people who post up their Dobermans, post up their whatever breed it is, and they're doing a little bit of, they got them staked out and they're like, just stake the fuck out. Right? I'm like, wait a minute. Is there a decoy in the front of the dog? Yes. Does the decoy have a sleeve on him? Yes. Is he cracking the whip? Yes. Okay, you just fucking
let him go.
Drive.
Let him go.
Pissed him off. I bet you over 80% of those decoys that do agitation work on them dogs with a sleeve and a whip, they can pet that dog 10 seconds later and just rub their head. Because it's not hard for dogs to act up like that, right? Because they're wilding out, right?
Yeah.
That's not pressure.
Yeah.
That is no pressure. They got a harness on. They think they're Superman or Superwoman, and they think they're unstoppable. That's not pressure.
Yeah.
Real pressure, you guys don't see a lot of it online because people think it's cruel. Yeah. But the people who are in the military and the police department, they know what real pressure is because these dogs have to be able to take a bat, take a knife, take gunshot, and the dog still got to go forward.
Yeah.
But when you see me, you see us doing recordings of a guy using a damn Nerf bat and muzzle work, and you say, oh my God, it's cruel. Do you think the guy out there in the street who is trying to run from the police, who just chopped his girl head off, give a fuck about your dog, when your dog is engaged with him, he gonna kill that dog too. So these dogs have to be used to the safe but necessary beatings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? Oh, it's cruel. You sling them against a aluminum wall. Aluminum, yeah, hollow, yeah. So it can be some shock absorption. It wasn't concrete. It wasn't a brick wall. I'm like, you do know that the police do massive amount of stress and pain tolerance on these dogs to get them for the real world, because the real world is not forgiving.
Right.
The
Right.
real world is going to use a sword or a real bat to get a dog that's trying to cause superficial damage on them. But you won't see that, because guess why? It's cruel. Man,
Yeah.
I can go on and on with this shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me read some more comments and let these people go. Ty Wheat. Bro, OMG haters. I brush them off like, whatever. Tell Mary, I said, bullshit. ZTR Rotties. I know him. I think
that's
ZTR,
my guy.
Yeah,
my
ZTR.
guy.
Yeah, he wouldn't come on the show. I'm gonna call you out, dog. I asked you for an interview. Let's play with this.
Yeah, Z know. Man, Z had a thousand conversations. Z know what's up.
Ty Wheat. All right, man. I feel the same way about the Dobie. Oh, we got some biased people. Paige Haas is knowledgeable. Yep. What's brothers? ZTR. They clowning each other. I think this is one of those. How old are you? How old are you?
33.
Okay, so you don't remember back in the day, AOL had these group chats. You don't remember that. You didn't grow up on dial up. So, but man, during the group chat, man, it was shit like this. Like they're clowning each other. Some are making, like making passes at each other. This is like a group chat, bro. Y'all going crazy. I need your help, Doug. Regulate this group, bro.
It's busting, man.
Maurice said, haha, we're all a little biased to our breeds, but Rotties and Dobermans aren't even in the same league. But it's all love. What? I have to admit, it's the reason why Rotties are not used in the police department no more, because they fucking people up.
Yeah.
They can have those Malinois. You can have those flesh wound dogs, but they ain't no body stoppers. I ain't never seen nobody get knocked down from a Malinois. The ones that climb up 12 feet of walls.
Yeah.
They're not body stoppers, bro. I'm sorry, people.
They look good, but most definitely not body stoppers.
Let me see here. Let me get these comments in. I say, let them hate and do you, boo-boo, and show them you wishing you were the best.
Hey, much love. Appreciate that.
No. What up? Your message. Let me see here. Aren't used either. Let me see. Okay. Now they must be sipping on some wine now, because they got all kind of bad English up in here. Dobies aren't used to eat. Dobies aren't used.
Talking about for the police force, probably.
No, they never really work, but they were used for the fire departments. They use that up in 9/11. Anyway, man, I want to say, man,
appreciate
shout out to my man Larry LT, the original LT. Well, you ain't original now because you're 33. If you guys want to follow LT, go to Plants, Rottie's, Kennels. Oh, last question.
Yeah.
So your Instagram was called Plant-Based Rotties, right?
Never. Hey, no, look though. Most definitely, I caught you on there talking about the fruits and veggies and all that a while back.
Yeah.
So look. A lot of these animals are our strongest animals. They plant-based, man.
Well, you do know when the wolves are, because wolves are undomesticated animals. You do know that when they kill their prey, the first thing they go for is the stomach, because the stomach is where all the berries and
berries. I read
so
that.
They eat all that. Yeah.
I was saving that for you, because I was gonna say like they eat
I was saving it for you.
All that.
I got 20 years now. I was saving it for you.
Yeah. Facts.
Hold on. Let me go down here. He's a con. LE dogs are a tool. Law enforcement dogs are tools for the departments. Yeah, tools. Exactly.
Right.
Malinois equals Corvettes. Rottweilers equals F-250 dualies. Facts. Facts. Malinois are superficial. I ain't never heard nobody going to the hospital with some cut to the white meat type bite force from a Malinois. Stop it. All you gotta do is have a hoodie on, and you good.
Right.
You see, Doug says, I've seen a lot of Dobermans used for guard dog companies growing up, for sure. Yeah, the old Dobies were the real ones in regards to like what the Rottweilers are today as far as temperament. PRK, so what lines do you, PRK, so what lines do you think you're going to go with them with the Rottweilers? She said, like, you're going to go do show and go or just show or go and go only what?
We'll see some of everything, man. I do want to
Stay
do some
tuned,
shows.
right?
Stay tuned, man. I think now, man, like the sky's the limit, and just first we're gonna educate ourselves on the breed, and we're gonna take it from there. But I think sky's the limit, and we got to redeem ourselves because we took a massive not a loss, but a massive lesson in 2025. So we most definitely gonna come back and but we're gonna educate ourselves and have our correct people around us and networking and stuff like that. So we got a team of people that's out there that's like you say that's rooting for us. So yeah, we here to stay. We here to stay.
That's good stuff. Let's go, PRK. Choose health. Choice
That's
health always.
that's my
Choose
wife.
health.
That's my
That's your
wife,
wife.
man. Shout
She's
out to
logging
my
in.
wife.
Oh, she's logging in. Look at her.
She got her maiden name up there though. We gotta
That's all
change
good.
it.
Hey, we know that's your last social, 6702. So come on now. You can't hide that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I ain't never seen that number before.
Hey, people, if you want to follow my man, excuse me, you want to go to Instagram, Plant Rottie's Kennels. Are you on Facebook too? You have a Facebook dog page?
Yeah. I mean, you can just type in my name. I mean, it's a Plant Rottie Kennels up there, but you can type in Larry Taylor Jr. I'm gonna pop up. You'll see me with the dogs. Everything I post go to Instagram, and then it goes straight to Facebook anyway. So yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
guys, if you guys want to get my weekly newsletter, tomorrow we're dropping the newsletter about DCM, which is dilated cardiomyopathy. It's the number one killer of all Dobermans for the most part. And I got some educational information that my team has generated for you guys to know how to prevent issues, how to look out for signs and symptoms. So you want to go to my newsletter. I'm gonna put it in the. I'm gonna put it right here again. You copy and paste it and sign up for it, please. It's free. And listen, anytime you can get some education for free, like public school, you better jump on it for what it's worth. Until next time, I want to appreciate you coming on, Larry, and we'll chop it up.
Appreciate it. Much love.
And as I always stated, at the end of every podcast, be resilient, but be responsible.
Yes,
See you
sir.
next time.
Later.
All right.
Peace.